Everybody, thank you for joining me today for the question and answer video. I want to welcome new subscribers. The channel's growing fast. Welcome everybody. Thank you for supporting the channel and subscribing. This is a question and answer video, and how it works is all I'm doing is I'm answering people's questions from the last question and answer video every single Monday. So any questions that you guys have, please go down below in the comment section. Ask me anything you want, and I'll answer them in the next question and answer video next Monday, every single Monday, okay? Donations. I want to thank Andrew and Dwayne for making donations to the channel. Thank you very, very much. Dwayne wanted me to read this. I'm sorry for being a flying monkey and supporting the psychopath smearing you. Thank you very much, Dwayne. Your apology is enough. You didn't have to make a donation, but thank you very, very much. And thank you too, Andrew. Both of your donations and gestures are very kind and helpful and keep me going. So thank you very much. I appreciate you, both of you. I like to make a recommendation now for every Q&A video. Today, I'd like to recommend someone who I recommended in the last video I made last Saturday, Dr. Carol McBride. And she's a family therapist, and she is an author who wrote a couple of books that I wanted to mention because I always stress how important I believe the mother-daughter relationship is. And I know so many of you females out there have been affected by narcissistic mothers or abusive mothers, neglectful mothers, just having a bad relationship with their mother. And it is awful, and I see women suffer from this gravely. So I think these are two books that you females out there might enjoy reading. One is Will I Ever Be Good Enough? Healing the Daughters of Narcissistic Mothers. And the other one was You're Not Crazy, It's Your Mother. I thought those are interesting titles. I have not read them, but looking at her work seems to be very good. She's a therapist who really, really understands narcissism. So I think these might be good readings. I hope anybody reads it, please let me know. Thank you. So let's get started. All I ask you guys, please, if you ask me a question, give us your location, please. Just tell us where you're from, country, city, state, hemisphere. Just something. Everybody here, feels so alone and isolated, and everyone that's experienced this kind of narcissistic abuse believes it's just them and nobody understands them and stuff like this. So to have this feeling of connection with other people in the world who are going through the same thing is very nice. It's a very good feeling that I think helps most of us that are watching these videos. So please give us your location. I appreciate it. So, and one other thing I want to do. I haven't done in a couple weeks. I'd like to promote something called Shane's Law Petition. Shane was a victim of a nasty, nasty narcissistic smear campaign. He couldn't get help anywhere. It was so intrusive. It took over his entire life. And because he couldn't find any help anywhere, he took his own life. And so that Shane doesn't die in vain, some very nice, kind soul started a petition to have a law implemented where we can't smear people anymore because it's such a huge problem. I see smear campaigns going on in every community on YouTube. I thought it was just this community. I thought it was just me being smeared nasty in this community, but it's not. As I've gone into other communities, I've seen these narcissists and sociopaths smearing and attacking other people in the community, and people don't know how to react to it. It's awful. I think that Shane's Law is at least a step in the right direction, and I would really appreciate it if you guys could support it. All you have to do is follow the link down below in my description box and sign it. Just check it, okay? This helps, whatever happens or becomes of this, and even if this is just in America right now, this is a step in the right direction for everybody worldwide. It's showing that there's a response to this stuff, that it's affecting everybody, in some way or another. So please, if you could just follow that link and sign it, I'd appreciate it. And so would a lot of other people that are suffering from smear campaigns and are going to. Thank you. So let's get started. First question is from Nor, from Stockholm, Sweden. Hello, Nor. Do you think it's normal to feel guilt even when I haven't done wrong? I get the blame for everything and still feel guilty. He contacts me, threatens suicide, and does drugs for what I've done. Okay, this is awful. This is abuse, okay? All of you out there that have people threatening to commit suicide and take their lives, you know, for you to do, because they want you to do something or give them something or take them back or any of this stuff. That's totally, it's like some of the worst abuse I've ever heard of, psychological. I mean, it's just an awful feeling. I've had it happen to me, and it is awful. So we are responsible for ourselves, not each other like that. So he needs to go get help. He has a problem, big time, obviously. And this is what no contact means. So we don't pick up the phone. No contact doesn't mean you're just not giving in and doing what he wants. No contact means you don't answer the phone for his phone calls, that you don't text him back and say, leave me alone, or, nothing. And if he keeps doing it, you call the police. You have a lawyer write him a letter. You call the police, say he's harassing you. You have to understand that he's abusing you. So no matter how he feels, you can't feel bad for him. You can't just take it. You understand? So, look, is it normal to feel guilty? Yes. How could you not? If you valued his opinion and his feelings at any point in your life, and you obviously still do, if you do value someone's opinion and feelings, and they're telling you it's all your fault, then you're going to feel guilty naturally. Okay? Another thing I talk about is if a lot of bad things happen to us, somebody does bad things to us, and we don't understand completely what was going on, we think it's our fault and we're bad people. So please, do not contact him. Do not answer. Do not reply. Do not look. Don't even look. Another text messages come in, delete. Okay? You really want to do him a favor, ignore him. Then he might go get help instead of abusing you every day. Okay? And trying to get what he wants that way. There's something called reactionary abuse. And I had somebody comment the other day saying that I was saying that a reactionary abuse is okay and that it's not abuse. And that's not what I say at all. In all my videos when I talk about reactionary abuse and when I'm talking about reactionary abuse to my clients, things like this, I believe everyone should be held accountable for their actions. Okay? So yes, reactionary abuse is a thing, but it's not okay. What I try to get in, and this is very, very hard to understand for victims, because I get a lot of victims coming to me saying, they're telling me about the abuse they endured, but all they can feel is the things they did in reaction to it. So that's not okay. But the problem is if the victims don't understand this, they don't even understand that they were being abused. They don't even understand that what they were receiving was wrong and that they're merely reacting to it, which is wrong. But they need to be accountable for their reaction, not the abuse that they endured. I hope that makes sense. So, it sounds like maybe you reacted poorly and bad during this relationship. Maybe you hit him back. Maybe you called him names too. You understand? So that would be a lot of guilt. These are things that we need to heal from and talk about and feel better about. Okay? Not with him. Okay? Do it with someone else. Preferably a professional. Preferably a professional that understands this. Okay? That specializes in this. I hope that makes sense. Of course, this kind of abuse is going to make you feel guilty, ashamed, bad, helpless, hopeless. Okay? So you get away from it. Get away from him. And get support. Professional support's the best. Okay? Seamus from Ireland. Hello, Seamus. What do you think one could expect when a borderline goes quiet after a long time sending abusive emails? Could they be planning further abusive behavior? Sure. I wouldn't know. They could be. So you had a borderline sending abusive emails every day, all day, for weeks, months, years, whatever, I don't know, and then stops. And now you're like, oh, right? Just enjoy it, Seamus. Just enjoy it. There's nothing you can do about somebody plotting and planning behind your back, can you? No. Most likely, if they're borderline and they stopped, just a guess, they're dating someone else. They're involved. They're distracted, busy. That's my guess. And what I say a lot of times is, borderlines, man, they're addicted to this hormonal rise and fall in new relationships. So my guess that, wait a few months, couple months, something like that, that relationship will be torn apart, will be boring for her at least, and she will probably come back and contact you again, and they'll probably start again. Just a guess. Sorry, I don't mean to, tell you to expect the worst. You asked me, and I think that's what's going on. All I can do is guess. Good luck, Seamus. Try not to look. Don't start thinking that you need to start thinking and plotting and planning, and you need to find out exactly what she's doing and start looking on Facebook and see what she's doing and ask about her. No. Just tell yourself, for now it's over, maybe forever, and enjoy it. Please, okay? Jay from St. Louis, Missouri. Hello, Jay. I received an email from an ex-narcissist girlfriend during Valentine's Day. I'm no contact for 2 months. Am I being hoovered? Well, yeah, that's what a hoover is. I mean, they hoover is after the Hoover vacuum, right? And what do vacuums do? They suck things up, right? So the hoover is coming back and trying to suck you back in the relationship. But basically, it's contacting you after the relationship's over. I know some people stay together or stay friends and in contact, but we know what we're talking about here. When somebody abused somebody else and then horribly discarded or whatever and ran off with your best friend and then come back and contact you like, everything's okay. Hey, hi, is everything all right? Happy Valentine's Day. These are little children that can't handle adult relationships, right? So they didn't tell you what they were thinking during the relationship. They didn't tell you why they left the relationship. And they're not going to tell you what they're thinking now. They're trying to get you to do something. They want something from you. Maybe she wants to rekindle something. Maybe she feels like abusing you again. That was a lot of fun. You took care of her. You did things for her. You did all this stuff. And maybe she wants it back again. Maybe she just wants validation. And for you to just reply and say, oh, happy Valentine's Day. Thank you. Good to see you. I miss you. And that's all she needs. And then she realizes she's not so bad after all. And I hope you guys understand that. For the main reason narcissists abuse you, discard you, and then contact you later, right? They don't have remorse. They don't feel bad about what they did to you. They don't feel bad that you were hurting, right? They feel bad that they could be a bad person in the light of society, okay? So, meaning they're afraid of what the world thinks about them. Nobody wants to be a very bad person, and what worse of a person could you be than by abusing somebody, right? So they don't feel bad that they abused you, but lots of shame and guilt about being a bad person. So if say I abused you, the universal you, if I abused you and I'm now gone, discarded you, I don't talk to you anymore, I'm running through things in my head like, that was a really bad relationship, it's not my fault, it's all her fault, she did these things to me, and he's trying to pull out things you've done, she hit me back once, and she called me bad names, and and they do all this, play this out, they try to rewrite the narrative and all this stuff, but eventually they realize that they are guilty. They may not feel guilty for hurting you, but they realize that they are guilty. So what I can do to make myself feel better is validate my insecure feelings that I have, right? And since I can't allow myself to feel any more insecure, I can't just call you and say, hey, I feel bad for the things I did to you. I apologize, and then feel better, because then now I'm admitting I'm a total horrible person, right? So narcissism is a defense, right? Protect myself, will never be hurt again. So I'm going to call you up and just go, hey, how's it going? And I'm just hoping that you just react like I'm not a monster, right? That you just say, hey, pretty good. How have you been? I go, oh, good. This and that. And then you say, oh, yeah, I've been doing this job, this and that. But you don't bring up that I have abused you. Cool. I'm done. Hang up. That could be enough for a narcissist to say, oh, yeah, okay, I'm not a bad person. They didn't bring it up. They're okay. You see, I hope that makes sense. So technically we call that a hoover. Yes. I hope you didn't respond. Anna from Paris. Hello, Anna. My question may be funny and strange, but don't laugh much, please. Do you know by chance how to win over a man's heart who is attracted to, gaslighted, and so badly played by a narcissist woman? and I've already read this. I want to make sure I got this right, Anna. I believe that you know a man who is being abused by a narcissistic female, and you are attracted to this man. You like this man. I don't know how well you know this man, but you like him and you want to date him. Do I have any advice on what you can do to take him away from the narcissist woman, to save him? You want to save him. You want to help him. Okay, so Anna, what you're doing is what you want to do. Okay, so realize that you're not doing what he wants. You don't know what he wants. You don't know what's best for him. Nobody knows what's best for other people. So if he wants to, whatever he's doing is his choice. Unless you see a gun to his head. Whatever he's doing is his choice, Anna. Okay? So you will let him live out his choice, and you will let him be abused if that's what he chooses. You will let him be with this female if that's what he chooses, and you won't take that experience away from him. And you won't manipulate him. And you won't control him. My advice, Anna, is that you stay away from him. Try to understand, Anna, that if he is dating someone that is sick and he is allowing himself to be abused by this person, that he's not well. He's being abused. He's a victim, and he's allowing it. He's choosing it. Remember, this is his choice. He's choosing it. So why would you want to date somebody like that at that time in their life? Why wouldn't you let him go get better and get some help and figure out what's going on in his life and not allow himself to be abused anymore and pick up his self-worth and his self-esteem and his value and things like this? Because, Anna, being a victim doesn't mean that they're safe or good or any of these things. What we do know by being a victim, all we do know, is he's unhealthy right now. Okay? When we were, all of us, if you're still in it, but when we were in an abusive relationship by somebody, we weren't healthy, right? That's not a healthy thing, a healthy way to live your life, being abused. So he's not healthy. So Anna, go try to date someone healthy and single. My advice is don't date anybody. My advice is to work on you and figure out why you want to date someone who's being abused in an abusive emotional relationship with an abuser. Okay, Anna? Stay single, work on yourself, figure this stuff out so it all makes sense to you. But stay away from abusers and people allowing themselves to be abused. Okay? If you're trying to, whatever you're trying to do to him, I would say stay away from him now. Okay, Anna, work on yourself. Do things for you, not for him. You're not saving anybody. You're not helping anybody. You're trying to get something that you think that you want and need, and you don't. That would not be beneficial for you in your life if he broke up with her today and you started dating him tomorrow. He's got a lot of things to do, a lot of work to do, a lot of things to figure out and learn. Okay? And so do you. Okay, Anna? Thank you. And I'm not going to laugh at you because it's not funny. That's not funny. At all. It's never funny to watch someone destroy their life. And that's what you would be doing, Anna, by attempting to keep taking this man away from somebody. Okay? All of us have to realize that we are where we are at because of our own choices. He's where he is at by his own choices. You're telling me that he doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know, you know, I get that. But it's still his choice. Right? You know, I may not agree with your choices, Anna, but I'm not here to try to change them. Okay? Thank you, Anna. What time is it? Boop, 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 boop. I'll do one more. Michelle from Lexington, Kentucky. Hello, Michelle. I have friends reaching out to me. They may not be narcissists, but have some traits. I called them on their behavior, and they raged. But now they're reaching out again. Been friends for years. Any advice? So I shortened this up. And Michelle, I believe, and I could be wrong, but I believe that you're saying that you had gotten rid of some friends some time ago. And the reason you got rid of these friends that you've had for years is because they displayed narcissistic traits. No, I'm sorry, you didn't say you got rid of them. You said, if I remember right, sorry, that you had these friends for years, and some time ago, you noticed narcissistic traits in them, and you called them on their behavior. They raged, you stopped talking, now they're coming back wanting to be friends again. Any advice? Well, Michelle, you know, something you should always do, because all that really matters is not that they have narcissistic traits, not that you called them out, not that you've been friends for years, not that whatever. What matters, Michelle, is how you feel. So calling people on their behavior is one thing. Telling someone they hurt you is another. So what do you think you were doing? Maybe it was because they hurt you, but maybe it just sounded like all you're doing is calling people out. And people don't like that. And that's why when we have a problem with somebody, or we want to apologize or fix things, anything, the best thing to do is to not point fingers and say, you do this, you did this. Best thing to say, start with, I feel. So I feel hurt. I feel bad. I feel sad. I feel depressed. You know, maybe it was your delivery. Maybe. Or maybe they're very sick and unhealthy. I don't know. I wouldn't know, Michelle. So my advice to you is go by how you feel, okay? If these people hurt you, that needs to be addressed if you want to continue any kind of contact with them at all. And I hope everybody realizes that, is we don't allow people to hurt us and then act like it didn't happen, okay? Or they just say, I'm sorry, you still feel bad, and just go, well, they said I'm sorry, and let it go. No, you need to feel better. So if you choose to talk to them and they hurt you, bring it up. First thing. Very first thing. They say, hi, I'm getting married. Okay, 6 months ago, remember, you hurt me. Okay, and even if you still don't hurt that much, Michelle, you need some kind of validation. You need to know that your feelings and your opinions matter to them. Okay? And that's what we do, guys. We check into our body and see what it's doing. And we figure out that, you know, if we're hurt, someone hurt us, I'm hurt. Now, that's my feelings, I'm hurt. And I need to feel better about it. So I'm either going to, you know, give the person a chance to help me feel better, you know, or maybe I'm going to end the relationship. But I hope I'm making sense, Michelle. All that matters is how you feel. If they hurt you, that needs to be addressed. If you bring it up and they address it and you feel better about it, maybe you can be friends again. Just displaying narcissistic traits, you know, it doesn't mean they're bad people, or it doesn't mean that they're going to be bad to you or hurt you. Did they hurt you? Then they might hurt you again. So safety-wise, I would say don't talk to them again or bring it up until you feel better, and then be reassured that it won't happen again. Okay? Hope that makes sense, Michelle, but all that matters is how you feel. Okay? Good luck with that. And that's the end of part 1. Thank you, guys. Part 2 is coming out soon. If you could help me, what I'm trying to do is help people out there that don't know this stuff. They're being abused, or they've been abused. And they feel like committing suicide. They don't know. They don't have any answers. They haven't found this stuff. So the bigger this channel gets, the videos, stuff like this, the more this information will be available for people that need it, okay? So if you could help me by, you know, voting, commenting, sharing this video and all other videos I do around the internet, that'd be great. Thank you, guys. Love yourself first. I'll see you in part 2. Bye-bye.